Alright, those are my easy steps where I get up on the boat. I think they're gonna have to come off so I can install the trolling motor right there. And I got the trolling motor yesterday. I got that in here just laying in the garage. So yeah, we got the new Minn Kota Ultrex, and this is the brushless. It's the Quest series, and I got a 52-inch to go on my Champion 202 dual console. Well, my first take of like the super clean, and none of it showed up, and it was amazing because like it was the first spray and it cleaned out this trolling motor tray like it was nothing, like it was no problem. And then I fully expected to maybe have to sand on the trolling motor tray, and thought that like I have to polish it. You can't really get my my polisher in there, my Harbor Freight tool, buffer. I can't get in it. I mean, it's too big for this. So I look down and the camera's on time warp, so that's how it goes. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm messing around right here. I was trying to see if this would fit through there, because I got to send the power cable back through there. But this tray had all kinds of crud in it, and maybe in that time warp I'll put it at the end, but it was just super dirty. And I took that super clean right here, and we just squirted some in there. Right, it's got a spray and a kind of mist. I've misted it on there, and then I use these rags, and like this rag, you can see how dirty it got. Like all of this came out. I mean, it was almost like one wipe. I did it twice, used the other rag, not so much. That was all mostly on this rag, so that's just great, man. Anyway, I'm getting it kind of everywhere, but that's pretty cool. So now I won't have to sand this down or anything like that. I'm gonna put some spray in there, wipe it in good, call it a day. Alright, here's the other two bottles of stuff they sent me. They sent me an aerosol, so easy spray aerosol can. Could have used that. Looks like it's the same thing, cleaner degreaser. And then they got a wheel cleaner. And anyway, that's what they sent me. Now I'm not endorsed by them. I'm not getting paid to do this. They just sent them for me to check out. And so I can tell you that so far I like it. I'll let you know my opinion of it. Anyway, thanks Super Clean for sending me this stuff, and it is really, really good product. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I'm not endorsed by Super Clean. They sent me the product, asked me if I would check it out, so that's what I'm doing. And hey, I can say so far I was like, yeah, that works. This is a good product. So we'll use it, and from time to time I might comment on it. But I told them, you know, I'd make a video and I would basically let them know what I thought of the product. Okay, so I'll have to get that box down, and I want to lay it flat on the ground somewhere where I can open it up, at least get the instructions off. I mean, I got to get the, you know, my stairs, my easy steps off, and got a bunch of stuff in the way, a bunch of just junk. And anyway, the garage needs some attention. I may do that today just so I can kind of anyway, you get the idea. I'm sure you have it going on too, and if you don't, you should. Anyway, it's kind of dark over here, but I did manage to get all my boat supplies. This is the stuff that I use to you know, it's wax and it's cleaner and compound, and I do have an old wax thing there for, that was for a truck, and then there was this I kept this around because it's red, so when you put it on something red, you know, but it's kind of abrasive. Anyway, I just kept it. It's still good. But this Star Bright stuff, man, I really like that. Oh, that's the hull cleaner. Now that does kind of work, but I don't know, it didn't work on my legs. But anyway, this Star Bright stuff is really good. Marine polish, man, I just like it. It works pretty good. I've also tried, you know, some of the stuff you can get Harbor Freight. You can get McGuire's, but this is a compound that works pretty good. Like if it's, you know, you could try that stuff. And I got more of that compound over here. It's a 5067 one-stop compound. So this is aggressive. That 67 is a number, I guess. You know, so this is aggressive. And they make one that's kind of middle. This is a cleaner wax, and it kind of like it. Cleaner wax just kind of cleans the dirt that's still on the surface. So like on fiberglass, I don't know, it seems like a wet. This is pure wax. That's pure carnauba, and that's pretty good. But the new, you know, hybrid ceramic is better, man, because it lasts longer. Yeah, there's some more of that pure wax, but that'll work in a pinch too. Like, anyway. And then this is that McGuire's hybrid ceramic. Now I would like to get some other stuff. I would like to try some of that Starkey, Starke. You know, I was told by a detailer one time that's the stuff they use. So I don't know, man. You know, but you know, the average guy can't afford to go out and do certain things. And like if you did, like if you went out and bought the ceramic for your boat, you know, and you did a whole, you know, your ceramic yourself, man, you're looking at a little bit of cash. All right, to get these steps off, I mean, you know, I'm just gonna take that part off. So I think I just maybe loosen this a little bit where it'll slide, but then all I need is to take the 2 bolts on the outside out, and the whole thing will slide this way. Oh, that's cool, man. It's exciting. Very exciting. Alright, can you see it? There's the foot pedal, it's right there. And I'm not going to take all this all off. Not till I got to go outside with it. I'm going to see what it says about installing this. And the guy says that I mean, from Minn Kota, it was said that the footprint is just a little bit bigger than the Ultrex motor. So we can see, or maybe you can't, there's holes, pre-drilled holes for where it's got to mount. Okay, I gotta get these steps off of here. So the trolling motor, if you don't want to fold it down for whatever reason, it's not gonna fold this way, and that's generally how they're set up on that side. So it's gonna come this way, and if that's the case, then we installed our stairs the wrong direction. So I think we can flip this around and install it on the other side, and that's probably what I'm gonna do. But for now, what I can do is just go ahead and take them off. So I got a ratchet, and I'm gonna take these two little bolts here so I can just take my big pole right there out of the way. And then I just I laid out a pad, and they were calling about maybe a shower about 1 o'clock, but so if I gotta move it, I'll move it, but I want it to get all scarred up. So I guess that's the first thing I'm gonna do, is just get this off. Now I've loosened these two bolts, and I just gotta zip these two bolts off, and then it'll just slide off. Yeah, but I think, you know, when you get out of your vehicle and you gotta walk up on that, really those stairs should be here. The only problem that I worry about is if this will be in the way now. So, you know, it's a short trailer, so we don't have a swing away tongue, and you know, that's not gonna work. I guess we could go without the pole, and then it would be all right, and the steps would be over here. So maybe if you ratchet down, maybe it still will be out of the way. I suppose we could put the ratchet handle on the other side. That's kind of a thing. I don't know. I've never seen one on the other side, so that's what we're dealing with, man. We're just trying to figure it out. Alright, I just realized something, and that is, like, these are made so they'll float down. So I could take this pin. I don't think it's gonna be down enough to be out of my way for a trolling motor installation, but you could take off this, and then I believe the trolling motor probably has enough room to swing out here and not be in the way. But I don't know. I think just for the install, I'm gonna go ahead and just disassemble it. Alright, so there's a little bit to note here. I got out the manual, and you know, it says you gotta have a few tools. It says it's I mean, like, here's a whole bunch of the, what is it, motor assembly. Well, we don't need that, but tools and required resources required. So there's a 2, 3, and 4 Phillips screwdriver you need, a 1/4-inch Allen wrench, a drill, 21/64 drill, a 7/16 box end wrench, a torque wrench, a person to help you, a file or sandpaper, a hacksaw, I don't know what that's for, a marker or pencil, an 1/8 inch flat bladed screwdriver, and then it says a ruler, measuring tape, 9/16 open end wrench, a 9/16 deep well socket, 5/64 Allen wrench. You know, foot pedal is part of the motor assembly and is attached to the steering wheel module by way of a pedal control sleeve assembly. Before beginning installation of the trolling motor, confirm that the trolling motor power cables are not connected to a power source. Yeah, so power is going to be the last thing anyway. In this system, I placed the mount assembly D or E on an elevated level surface such as a workbench, tailgate, or a pickup. So I got it in my garage. I'm going to leave it here. It says locate the two 5/16 Allen screws and lock washers. They're found at the top of the mount. One set is positioned on each side in the location where the pull grip cable. Wow! So this is the whole thing. It gives you some warning. Place a trolling motor on a level surface to prevent it from falling. You know, obvious stuff. But carefully lower the steering module into place to avoid creating a pinch point between the steering module and mount. I mean, you just got to be careful. Reinstall the 5/16 screws, and then it talks about like installing the gas springs. So what I haven't done yet is I haven't pulled this thing apart, and I think I'm going to do that. Brother's supposed to come and help me. So you got to have somebody that'll help you. That's I guess the thing to know here. Now I guess I could lay it up like this and leave all that, you know, all this. I should probably have him help me, and I will. Yeah, just as long as I guess they give you another prop too. There's two of them. Huh. I don't know what the difference between the two is. Unless I guess give you an extra one. Oh, why couldn't we just install that first? I guess so that you can lift it up there. That's what it says. Yeah, you can see this piece is. It is heavy too. And it tells you the gas springs and all that stuff. So it's already in the down position. My question is, why couldn't you just set this up there and install it? Because this right here is your thing. It's gonna pull a. Guess you gotta have it installed. What does it say? Install gas springs for lift assist prior to motor use. With the help of a second person, loosen the depth collar and position the motor halfway between the stowed and deployed position. Position the outer arm nearby, perpendicular to the base of the mount. Two gas springs are located in the outer arm. So this is like you probably want to go lay. I'm gonna go. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm gonna go get my stairs out of there because I think we're gonna have to leave this out here. And you know, I don't know. Alright, I'm getting set up. I pulled my truck in here. It says to use a tailgate. So hey, why not? So I just threw a pad there, moving blanket, and I got some stuff out. Like I got the hardware out, and it says you gotta, with these two Allen head screws on top, I guess you gotta put that together. So you gotta put the control head together with this before you can put it, you know, mount it on your boat. So I guess they want you to determine where you want to mount it. Hey, that looks nice and shiny, doesn't it? Anyway, got some stuff out. Like it says you need a number 2, a number 3. Well, here's the number 3. Actually, I got a bigger screwdriver than that. I need to get a number 3. So I got a, I don't know, whatever this is, 4. I'm not sure. It says a 2164 drill bit. I'm hoping this might line up. I kind of doubt it. 7/16 box wrench, And then it says you need a 1/4 inch Allen wrench. So place the mount on an elevated level such as workbench, tailgate, or truck. So I did that. I put it on a pickup truck. On my pickup truck. Locate the two 5/16 Allen screws and lock washers. They are on the top of the mount. One set is positioned on each side of the location where the pull grip and cable exit the mount. So we can see this is where the exits the mount. I'm sure you guys can't see this, but this is what it shows. Hopefully you can see it. See where the cable exits. So we got a lock washer, and we got those two Allen heads, which are those two washers and these two Allen heads. And then it looks like we got 4 screws to go somewhere later on. So I almost do this part of it without Chucky, but I'm kind of waiting. I want to lift on it. So then it says it's going to need a 1/4 inch Allen. I pulled this too because maybe I'll use it. So there's a 1/4 inch, and I can use that. One of these. Maybe you should even have a longer one. And that's one thing I need is I need some more extensions. I need to go buy some extensions. Okay, well, the instructions were kind of weird. Don't make a lot of sense. What I ended up doing is, this is in the down position when it's shipped. And so what I did was I took the sides off. That gives you access. See these little notches? That gives you access like right there where then you can because it was still really tight because it's brand new. But anyway, I got that pin to release, and then it goes back. And I tell you, don't put the the gas springs on because it can damage them. So tomorrow when I get it up, and I'll have to put the gas springs on. So, but you take the sides off. I took the sides off, and then of course you got 6 screws, bolts with those 1/2 inch, and it says 7/16 in the thing, but these are 1/2 inch bolts. So I don't understand. It's a 1/2 inch nut, and it says like 7/16, so that's wrong. And anyway, I got those on there, got it mounted. We already had it on, and pulled it, so I got it installed. Now I'm gonna put the side pieces on, and hopefully this isn't gonna be in the way. It is what it is. It probably will be. And as soon as I try to do it, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Is that's gonna be in the way next. I can already see it, but I could turn it if I need to. But yeah, so anyway, that's on. So there's a B piece here, and there's these 2 little pieces that go right there. And anyway, you take those off first. That gives you a little access place. That makes sense. There's these things, and yeah, there's those, and then there's side pieces, man. So that's gotta go by. That's gotta go on. Probably do that tomorrow. Yeah, this is gonna end up going here. So of course this is probably gonna be in the way. I hope not. Yeah, I hope that's not in the way. Alright, this thing right here is, you just gotta kind of take your time, think it through. just go slow. I know we're always in a rush to get things done, but what I'm gonna do is just drill this hole out a little bit more so I can get my cable through. So they kind of did this is a 1/2 inch drill bit, so you just gotta wall it around a little bit. So, you know, a little bigger than you like, but you know, you won't see it. And I mean, once it's in, like it's in. So don't worry about it too much, but I gotta have that super clean. Yeah, I don't want to use this rag. I'm gonna use my other rag. I want to get all this fiberglass up. And we're done with this. So I got some of these McGuire's out here, wax, and I'm just gonna put some wax down there while I got that exposed. So, you know, I would take my time and do this on my boat, but I would also do the same thing for somebody else's. I just think it'll make it look a lot better, and I know it's right, but I can't really live with myself on somebody else's project too, because I treat them like it was mine. So a really good way to do this, and you're just easy. You don't want to drop that screw down in there. Can you guys see this? Probably not. So that's just be 36 volts coming off of the coated lithium. It's, I don't know how many amp hours. I want to say it's like a 63 amp hour or 60. It's something weird like that. So one of the things that I was curious about was, like, if say you had 3 12-volt lithiums, you know, and they were all 100 amp hour batteries, then what would you have, right? And what I discovered was that with those, you would have, you know, your amp hours don't add together. Like if you do 36 volt in series, so like if you did 36 volt in series, right, 12 plus 12 plus 12 is 36. So you would think that, okay, your amp hour, say you had a 12 volt and it's a 100 amp hour battery, and then it doesn't add. So you don't end up with a 300 amp hour, 36 volts, 300 amp hours. You only end up with 12 volts, 100 amp hours. That is unaffected. So if you have, yeah, does that make sense? Anyway, 12 plus 12 plus 12 gets 36, or 12 plus 12 gets 24. If you have, say it's 50 amp hours, 12 plus 12, you know, you think, oh, it's 150 amp hours. No, it's still only 50 amp hours. All right, I don't know if it'll come out, but there's the Allen heads. It talks about the, you know, this control head, and it says to torque them to 18 to 20 foot-pounds. That's good. Just don't want to get crazy on it. It is aluminum. Yeah, that's good. Alright. That's done. Now I just got to figure out how to install the gas springs. Alright, so you're going to have to do not what I did. You're going to need to put this strap in here. So I feel like it needs to go between, down here there's the 2 bolts, right? So I think you gotta kind of go between those 2 bolts, to be honest with you. And then they show this section of it out here. So I'm gonna loosen this all back up. Of course, I don't have to take it off or anything, but I'm gonna loosen it back up. So I'm gonna have to back up my progress and put the strap in here, because I think it is important to have. Now I don't like it in regard to like, I don't like it in the regard that now this is sort of like teetering on this. You know, there's this, I don't know, a couple 16ths, 3/16, I don't know. But like, you don't want to put it back here because then it's teetering this way. So I feel like it's gonna have to go between those 2 bolts. That's what I think. Because that's, I don't know, it's not good. So I'm gonna back up and do that real quick, I guess, before I install the gas springs. All right, well, we're getting there slowly, but we're getting there. All right, I got this on here. So yeah, don't forget to just put your strap on first. Still seems a little crooked, but not really. It's alright. Okay, so now that's on there. Now I gotta figure out what I gotta do for my gas spring. Alright, so the two gas springs, it's saying, you know, get somebody to help you and deploy it. And then, not fully deployed, you're gonna have somebody down here holding it. And then you want this to come perpendicular up in the air, and there's a gas spring here, there's a gas spring up here on top, and then you got these 2 holes, and then you got these 2 holes. So this one is gonna go here, and then this one is gonna go here, and then, you know, your spring. Yeah, so that's how you pretty much attach it. So there's little plastic, these little things that connect to here. So, and inside this little plastic, there's like lock washers. So that's all you need to know, and it's pretty simple. It's not really that hard. So I'm gonna have to get Chuck to help me do this to get it perpendicular and get those screws in there. And you need to use Loctite or anything like that because they're a lock nut. So they use a lock nut on it. So it says to take the stabilizer bar and remove the top bumper, this guy, and the bottom bumper, this guy, and set them aside. Unscrew the stabilizer bracket, which is this guy. It says to unscrew it. Keep the jam nut on the aluminum rod. Set the aluminum rod with the jam nut aside. Okay. Install. Okay. Now, see, determine the desired location for mounting the stabilizer bracket to the steering module, either port or starboard. And it says to put the stabilizer bracket in line with the mounting holes on the bottom of the steering module. I think these 2 bolts right here. I'm not sure why they give you lock washers and all this, but we'll take them. Take the 2 5/16 cap screws and place 1 lock washer on each screw. Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be like this. So I gotta lock the screw, and so it can only go one way. It's gotta go like that. And then I'll have to get out probably a torque wrench. Lock washers, tighten a quarter inch Allen wrench to 10 foot-pounds. 10 foot-pounds. Awful light, but okay. I guess that's good. Alright, then it says tighten Allen wrench 10 foot-pounds. Take the aluminum rod with jam nut in place. Stand the aluminum rod with the threaded end down. Set it to the boat deck so that it sits vertically next to the stabilizer bracket. Use this position to measure the aluminum rod to cut it to the proper length. Make the aluminum rod with a pencil marker 3/4 inches past the top of the stabilizer bracket. So I think what they're saying is go 3/4 inch up and make your mark. So, you know, we're gonna... Alright, let's see, not bad. Let's take a file. Oh, it's a little warm. Yeah, this gets covered up by that cap, but eventually that cap. Place the bottom bumper on the aluminum rod. So this is going to be this end that we just cut. That's why I guess too you want to make sure it's a nice, good, clean mark. This is our bottom bumper. And then it says thread the bottom bumper towards the Thread the aluminum rod into the stabilizer bracket with the bottom bumper towards the boat deck. And then it says to adjust the aluminum rod up or down in the stabilizer bracket. And it says the bumper should rest against the boat deck. So I think this is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but at least you guys get to see it. I think we just gotta tilt this up, thread this in here. And then we're just gonna see where we're gonna be. Well, that is right on the edge. And I think that's it. And it says just, you know, tighten that, jam that. I don't think it has to be like super tight, just kind of tight. And then that should get our, I mean, it barely clears. Because I thought about, hey, see what I'm talking about over here? Probably not. But yeah, it barely clears down there. Yeah. I guess we got lucky there. So, I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm glad that happened the way it did, but now see that's good and tight. We don't want that bouncing going down the interstate or going down the lake. Okay, so they sent me two props. One's just the standard prop, and then they sent the weedless version. So I just need to install those next, and clean this up a little over here. But yeah, it's just they get a little bag with it. So there's a little I mean, they call it like a cotter pin, but I wouldn't really consider this. It's just a prop pin. It kind of goes in like that. But what I do is I'm gonna get some grease so it kind of hold into place. Little 2,4C that I'm gonna use. It'll be alright. It's barely what's left over out of a tube, but you guys know this stuff is kind of expensive. If you do that, then it won't fall out. And then we're going to take that prop that's weedless and we'll put it over there, slide it on. There's like little grooves in the back here, see? So it's just going to slide. It's super simple. Here it is, I can feel it. And then we just got a washer and this nut. And I have to see what it says about it, but I don't think it's probably torqued crazy, but see what the torque value is on that. And yeah, just about. I like that they did this now where it won't hit the deck. I like this now that they finally designed this where, yeah, it won't hit the deck. That's so smart, you know. Before, like, if you had too much room, I mean, you'd hit your deck. So I'm glad that they did that and thought about that, because then if you left spot lock on and then it fired up or something, you know, then it's gonna hit your boat. By the time you got to it, it's already messed up your gel coat right here and everything else. So I'm glad they did that. That's a smart idea, I think. All right, the last thing it says to do is to adjust that prop nut so that it's between 25 and 35 foot-pounds. So I mean, it looks like, I don't know what size it is. It doesn't even, I think it says, but I don't have that with me. So let's see, this is not a half. No, I think I did read 9/16. Torque wrench to, it says between 25 and 35 foot-pounds. So how about we go for the middle of that and go for 30? I've got enough force that I can do it. Wow. We have to grab like a piece of towel or something. Wow. There it is. Okay, so now all I really have to do is route the cabling, test it. I do need to put the screws that hold down the tray, I mean the you know, your foot pedal in the tray. I need to do that. Put my stand for my Solix above it, put that back in place, and then hook it all up and test it. So I think I'll do that tomorrow.